Greetings, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Immigration and Business Insights. My name is Patson. If it is your first time to come across my content, I kindly ask you to hit the subscribe button. If you are a regular viewer for this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I'm kindly asking you for your favor to hit the subscribe button, to like, to share the content that I'm sharing with you. We are edging closer to 1,000 subscribers, and you only can make this goal a success by supporting us. And today I have a very interesting topic that I want to share with you, which is what are the next steps that you need to take when you get a rejection for your South African visa application. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. The following are the next steps that you need to take when you have a visa rejection in South Africa. The first step that you need to take is to look at the grounds for the rejection. So whenever you submit an application, you receive a rejection letter. So the first step to take when you receive a rejection letter from Home Affairs for a visa application, the first step is to sit down and evaluate and analyze the grounds for the rejection. So you need to assess whether these grounds were based on the errors to interpret the immigration requirements, or these are errors of omission. You have omitted certain prescribed requirements that were mandatory. So you need to evaluate. Maybe it could be errors that have been made by adjudicators. Maybe they have failed to interpret the immigration law. So you need to sit down and analyze and assess. Then after doing this assessment, you need to do this second step. The second step is to identify an appropriate pathway to take, which will help to mitigate these grounds that have been raised by the Department of Home Affairs. There are different paths that you can take. The first path, this is according to the provisions of the Immigration Act or immigration laws of South Africa. The first step that you have to take, you can do an appeal. So if you are deciding to take to take the path for the appeal, you need to ensure that the grounds of rejections are not based on your errors to provide the certain prescribed requirements for that specific visa. For example, maybe you have omitted a key document that is required for your visa application. Maybe you are applying for a critical skills visa and you have omitted a critical skills assessment from the professional board. So in this case, an appeal may not be a wise pathway to take because you have omitted a certain key requirement that was needed by the Home Affairs. But in a case whereby the rejection, the grounds for the rejection was based on failure to interpret the law by the adjudicator, in this case you can you can use the appeal route, or you can use the appeal process. So let's take for example, you're applying for a critical skills and the grounds for rejection were that your profession is not under the critical skills. And when you have reviewed, you see that your profession is still on the critical skills and it's there, and you have also complied with all the requirements that is needed for the critical skills. In this case, you can appeal the decision by the Home Affairs, and there are higher chances of success in this regard. Then the second path that you can take is resubmission or reapplication. So if the error is an error of omission and you have maybe failed to interpret the law, you have omitted certain prescribed key requirements for that specific visa, in this case an appeal is not necessary. You can you can provide those missing documents and reapply. So this will be like starting a fresh application. So what you just need to do is to obtain whatever that has been missing on your initial application. If it was a police clearance, you just make sure that you obtain a police clearance. If it was an admission letter, you just make sure that you get an admission letter for your start permit and comply with the prescribed requirements by resubmitting the application. So this is the option number 2. This is the pathway that you can take to resolve the grounds for rejection. Then the third option is to completely abandon that visa application and maybe look for another alternative visa type. Let's say the grounds for rejection were saying your profession is not listed on the critical skills list, and you have reviewed and you have checked and you have seen that for sure your qualification is not on the critical skills list. In this case, you cannot appeal, you cannot resubmit. In this case, you can assess or evaluate other visa options and maybe try to apply for other alternative visa option. So these are the 3 paths that you can take when you get a visa rejection. It's either you can do an appeal based on the grounds of rejection, you can do a resubmission, or you can look for an alternative visa option. So this is what you need to do when you get a visa rejection in South Africa. Do you want assistance with reviewing a rejection of your visa application for South Africa? We are here to help you as experts. We'll be able to guide you on the path that you can take, or if you are resubmitting, we'll help you to make sure that you comply with all the requirements that will be needed by the Home Affairs. You can reach to me directly using the email that is showing below the bio, and you can contact our team across our social media platforms at Imicom, Immigration and Business Solutions. With that being said, cheers to you all.